Think of wonderful comedy characters. You often think, oh, they must have really enjoyed playing that particular character. British humour really does translate around the world. And I know many watching this show enjoy comedies like Are You Being Served?, Dad's Army, To the Manor Born, Hello Hello, all of those sort of stuff. Did you know, by the way, I didn't know for years that Hello Hello was spoofed on Secret Army. You can't watch Secret Army now, can you, without thinking, oh, I can see where they borrowed that bit from, you know. I remember interviewing the gorgeous Vicky Michelle, of course, of Hello Hello fame, and she sort of said, oh yeah, they literally just watched the episodes and thought, right, we'll just take that one and make it funny. How funny did they make it? But of course, a lot of British comedians, and I'm sure it's the same with people around the world, your comedy icons, they feel trapped by some of their creations. You know, Basil Brush, which is a very popular children's sort of glove puppet over here, had a huge success in the 1970s. All the major stars wanted to appear on his show. And, you know, he was, well, primetime Saturday evening. I remember that. And I was lucky enough to interview Basil literally in the flesh. That's right. Boom, boom. For those that are old enough, you'll know that catchphrase, won't you? But what was interesting was his original creator wasn't that keen. You know, he didn't really like him. I found him to be a bit of an albatross round his neck. The same with the lovable glove puppet Sooty. His original creator, Harry Corbett, loved Sooty, but his son didn't necessarily enjoy the role as much. Even really famous comedians like Tony Hancock, yes, who remembers Hancock's Half Hour? Well, apparently in the end, he just felt trapped by that miserable character that had become so brilliantly portrayed by him and created by the writers Galton and Simpson. But I was really stunned to learn that one of my comedy heroes, whose son I was lucky enough to interview a few years ago, well, apparently he felt the same. Let me explain. Good morning, how are you? Nice to see you. I hope you're all right. Thank you so much for joining me. They say laughter is the best medicine, don't they? Yes, well it is, isn't it? You know, it's the only thing you can get for free now. I don't know about you, whenever I'm a bit fed up, I like to watch things that just tickle the funny bone and it just gets you smiling. We've often said there are people universal that just really make you laugh. I love the people like Wayland Flowers and Madame, Phyllis Diller. I thought she was brilliant growing up. Enjoyed Bob Hope, used to like the road movies. Your taste changes as you move on, and when you get older, they're not necessarily as funny, but you have fond memories of them. One particular character that I really enjoyed watching when I was a child was the Dick Emery Show. Dick Emery was a very clever comedian. You know, he created a plethora of characters that were so well loved, everything from the Bother Boy to the Hetty, the spinster, to my particular favourite, Mandy. That's right, Mandy. Now, Mandy basically had that wonderful catchphrase, oh, you are awful, but I like you. And whenever she was out and about shopping or going through her daily life, she was stopped by this wonderful reporter. And he always had the phrase, here's a charming young lady. Of course, Dick Emery in drag was anything but charming looking, but that was the comedy. According to his son, apparently Dick felt that Mandy done it, to give her real name or character's name, well, he found her to be a bit trapping for him. Now, apparently when he was over in Australia doing a tour, he decided to, you know, finish the show, and he hadn't included Mandy in the very final sort of set. And apparently he went off and the audience went absolutely potty. So he had to quickly get dressed, put all the outfit on and go back on and give the audience what they wanted. At that point, apparently, Dick said he felt he was now trapped by this one character that had really taken off in the hearts and minds of his dedicated fans. But he said even though Mandy was popular, he still didn't really enjoy portraying her. Nothing to do with dressing up or anything like that. He felt that she'd become too big and was taking sort of shade off all the other characters that he created. But of course, as we often say here on the show, it's the public that decide what they like and what they don't like. I know from what you watch every day, what you really like and what you don't like. But as we often say here on the show, there's a mixed bag for you to choose from. If you're a comedy legend like Dick Emery and something takes off, quite frankly, you have to stick with it, because if you don't, your audience can be lost. And that was the problem for the late and brilliant comedian Dick Emery. Looks like Mandy finally trapped him. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.